I'll tell you what, Islanders, hats off to Carnival. They're on a roll when it comes to food news. Pun intended. Last week, they share a new option. Late Night Eats will offer some new snacks and food for passengers in the middle of the night. And today, they share that their new revamped menu that's been tested on the Carnival Dream is set to expand across the fleet. We have that story for you today. We also have a couple of stories regarding ship incidents. The newest Norwegian ship, the Norwegian Prima, broke loose from her moorings yesterday. We'll show you video of that. And Virgin Voyages' Scarlet Lady has an incident at the port of Miami. We'll show you that damage. We'll also share news from Princess Cruise Line as they are totally changing their embarkation process and they're getting rid of arrival times. How's that going to work? We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Monday to all you Islanders. We hope you had a great weekend and your week is off to a great start. We are on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together. This is one of two times today we are doing this. We hope you enjoy the show today as we share the latest in cruising and cruise news, but we are also going live tonight. 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, we will go live. We will answer questions. We will share some of our plans. Next week, as we're set to cruise, we'll play games. We'll have fun. The easiest way to make sure that you remember to join that live at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time tonight is to make sure you're subscribed. Ring that bell to receive notifications. When I go live, you receive the notification. We are also excited to share that we are cruising next week. We leave next Wednesday, cruise next Thursday on the Carnival Breeze. We cannot wait to share our experiences with you. So many of you say no go. I would not go on a 4-day cruise. We want to share that experience with you. Some of you may be interested in that. We can't wait to do so. We can't wait to see you tonight. Let's get into the cruise news. If you enjoy staying up to date with the latest in cruise news, again, be sure you've subscribed to this channel, to this community. We also have a Facebook page. Check that out as well. Let's kick off the show today talking about Carnival Cruise Line. They're on a roll, like I said in the intro. They keep dishing out food announcements that are making all of us happy. And Carnival knows that food is still a big thing to cruisers. It's obvious when they made their announcement about late night eats last week. It overtook social media. Every Facebook group I'm a part of shared this announcement. Our last video got almost 20,000 views because it dealt with food. And while not all of us cruise for food, we do enjoy being catered to and having good selections and options and tasty food. Carnival knows that, and they are continuing serving up the food announcements by sharing that their new menu, which has only been available on the Carnival Dream, is set now to be rolled out to other ships in the fleet. This is great news. It's been very well received from those cruising on board the Carnival Dream, and other ships are coming up first. The next ship to receive this new menu is the Carnival Conquest. July the 17th, she will have this menu, as well as the Horizon later in July. In August, 4 more ships will again receive this new menu. The Carnival Sunrise, Vista, Radiance, and Mardi Gras. We're not exactly sure when the rest of the ships in the Carnival fleet will receive this new menu, but Carnival will continue to update all of us as they roll out this menu across the fleet. There are over 60 new dishes for passengers to enjoy on the new menu. Of course, Emerald Lagasse has helped evolve this menu. Emerald and Christine sat on stage while we were on the Carnival Venezia. They told us this was coming. They told us Emerald is going to have a bigger handprint and footprint on what the menu looks like, what ingredients are being used. They talked about sourcing. They talked about and admitted that Carnival's food had taken a step back over the years. They realized it, they listened to guest feedback, and they're doing something about it. Do you agree that Carnival's food, if you're a Carnival cruiser, has fell behind the last several years? Do you think they're making improvements? Of course, share your thoughts in the comment section below. While you're there, it is Happy World Emoji Day. Emojis have changed the way that we communicate, we text message, we email. Summarize what your cruise looks like using your favorite emojis. I can only imagine that some of those emojis do include food items like cheeseburgers and ice cream. I could imagine there's a ship emoji, there's a beach emoji, there's a sun emoji. What does your cruise look like with emojis? Share those. Have fun in the comment section below. The other cruise ships to receive this new menu will be throughout the remainder of 2023 into 2024. We've had a couple of calls even this morning from clients of ours with Island Time Travel who said, book me on one of these ships that has the new menu. And I was surprised that there are still people who cruise for food. One of their main reasons to cruise is food. It is not mine. I enjoy a good meal. Do not get me wrong, but I enjoy entertainment as well. I enjoy ports of call. I enjoy activities that are on board ships. That's why I cruise. That's how I book my trips. But some people still book their cruises based on what food selections are available. What do you look for when you cruise? Let us know in the comments section below. Let's move on here to 2 incidents that have taken place over the weekend. These are not rare by any means in the cruise industry, but for 2 big events to take place the same weekend is kind of rare. Let's start with Norwegian first. The Prima broke free from her mooring. She's tied up in Belgium, and she actually, because of wind, broke free. I'll show you the video now. She drifted away. You can see in this video as we watch this, the gangways start to drag along, and they actually will fall into the water. Norwegian saying that wind, 7 to 21 miles per hour with gust at 50 miles per hour are the reason for this incident. Listen to this. Crew members and guests were on shore while this happened. Some of them even getting ready to step on these gangways that are in the water and get on the ship. Luckily, no one was on the gangways when this happened. Of course, terminal officials were able to help and stop people from getting on those gangways before they did. No guest or crew members were injured in the incident. 3 tugboats had to help the Prima, who's over 143,000 tons, get back to the dock where she was once again tied up. The ship ended up leaving on time. She made it back over the weekend to disembark guests, to welcome new guests on board. And this is the reason why many times, oftentimes, when there's wind, cruise lines will say, we're not stopping there. This happens a lot in Grand Cayman. It happens a lot in different places where cruise lines say, we're just not going to stop. We're not going to take the chance. Many of you have been impacted by weather before. You've missed a port of call. Let us know if that's happened to you in the comments section as well. Some guests always want to receive something in return. If a port of call is canceled, they want money back. Of course, cruise lines will cancel excursions and refund excursions that you booked through them. But if you booked independently, you probably just lost money. Of course, make sure when you book your independent excursions, ask the question, what happens if we don't make it into port? Will I receive my money back? Reputable operators usually will allow you to do this, but some say no. It is a no cancellation, no refund whatsoever. I'll also show you these pictures as well. Virgin Voyages Scarlet Lady had an incident over the weekend as well, where the ship ran into the mooring dolphin at Port of Miami. Virgin Voyages, who has one of my favorite liveries, I'll be honest. I love the paint job there that Virgin Voyages has done. But yeah, the scratches and dents, you can see here the damage photo from Where's Walter. You can see the damage on the starboard aft side as she's coming into the Port of Miami. At night is when this happened. There's also a before and after picture. This is from Jonathan Stafford. The good news here is the ship hit the mooring dolphin at the Port of Miami. She got into port. Passengers got off the ship. The Coast Guard, of course, was involved. This was an incident. Everything took place the same day. Repairs took place. Coast Guard was able to inspect the ship and say, you know what, she's good to go. There was a slight delay. The ship did not leave until around midnight yesterday, but no cruises were canceled. There was no delay like the Ruby Princess we saw out on the West Coast last week. Remember that? A couple of days there, that Alaskan cruise was delayed. Thank goodness. Nothing was done here. And the before and after looks pretty good, I have to say that. Ship incidents, they take place. I've never been on a ship when one has taken place. You may have. Let us know if you have in the comment section below. Let's continue the show by sharing this story from Princess Cruises. They announced over the weekend that they are set to change the embarkation process. Now, the embarkation process is different with every single cruise line in the industry. Just because you've sailed on one cruise line and you book another, don't assume that the embarkation process, the check-in process, is the same. Princess, owned by Carnival Corporation, has changed their embarkation process in a big, big way. The new embarkation process is all about the medallion, which if you've cruised Princess, you absolutely love the medallion and experience. This medallion unlocks your stateroom door, allows for cashless payments. It assists with navigation. You can find people around the ship. You can order drinks. You can use it in the app. You order your drink on the app, they'll bring it right to you because they can read your medallion. You can play games and win prizes with the medallion. And Princess Cruises is saying this medallion is the way that we're going to handle our future check-ins. The big change with this as well, Princess Cruises announced we're getting rid of and going away from the check-in, arrival, appointment system that many of us know. I know my check-in time is at 10. I can show up at 10. Yours may be at 12. You better not show up before 12. They won't let you in. Princess Cruises is getting away from this. And this is interesting because we all know on embarkation day that almost every single cruiser cannot wait to get to the terminal. They drive to the port. They want to get on the ship. So it's going to be interesting how crowds with this new process are formed, are managed. Princess says that with this new system, they can process everybody so quick. They're going to 3 different levels of embarkation. The first one is the green lane. The green lane is for guests who have checked in successfully at home and they have opted to receive their medallion at their house. The medallion has been sent to them. They've checked in. They are ready to go. They show up. Everything's been done. Nothing is outstanding. They say that these people will be able to get on the ship very, very quick. But if you opt to not receive that medallion at your house, maybe you've checked in and you have most of your information, all your information there, but you don't have your medallion, you are now considered a different group. You are not the green lane, you are the blue lane. Those are guests who have checked in, but they don't have their medallion. They are picking up their medallion there at the terminal. You are in the green lane. You still, they say, will have a streamlined process, but you will have to receive that medallion. The third group, the third class is that accessibility lane, and those are for people who have both received their medallion at home, they've checked in, or they have not, but they need that extra assistance. Princess Cruises does a great job, as does other cruise lines with those who need special needs, who have accessibility issues. But Princess claims we're going to be able to get you on the ship faster than anyone else. Forget the check-in windows. Everybody show up. We're getting you on board. This starts in early August. We're going to keep an eye on it to see if their claims of getting everyone on board quick is indeed true. Do you think that some of these ships, 3,000, 3,500 passengers, do you think everyone can show up at one time and it be orderly and everyone divide into their 3 groups and get on the ship quick? Do you think it's a great idea? Do you think it can take place? Do you wish that other cruise lines would do the same? Or do you think it's a requirement? It is a necessity that these staggered check-in times and arrival times be in place so there's not mass chaos and confusion at these home ports of call. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Islanders, that is the cruise news, and I cannot wait to see you again tonight. If you enjoyed the show today, you can show us that. You can tell us that by giving us that thumbs up. Like the video if you're signed into YouTube. Leave that comment. There's several opportunities for you to do so. I cannot wait to see your emojis. Mine's got to be the beach. Mine's got to be the sunset and the sun. That's what I enjoy about cruising. I cannot wait to see yours. Be sure you join our Facebook page. Of course, we'll see your comments below, and we'll see you tonight right here on Island Time.